my human rights were grossly violated. For example, when they picked me up, I'll start with the search basically first. When they proceeded to raid the site, they didn't have a search warrant. Okay. When I asked them to present a search warrant, they said that we are in Uganda, we can do anything, you're not in Europe anymore, and they basically proceeded to raid. Then when they forced me to come back to Interpol with them on a pretext of meeting their director, which I didn't want to do that same day, they proceeded to basically pick me up and throw me inside their van. A male officer picked me up and threw me inside his van and told me that, no, you have to come today only. It's not going to happen, tomorrow anytime otherwise. Then when I reached Interpol, I was forced to give a statement. I had no criminal lawyer with me. The lawyer was a civil lawyer because they didn't give time for us to even arrange a lawyer, as they said that if I didn't give a statement, then I would be held indefinitely, basically. Then what happened is that I was detained in a cell once I gave a statement. And the next day when we asked for a police bond, they had told us to give about 30,000 USD and my passport, which we obliged, but I didn't get the police bond. They threw me back in the same cell. Then we produced an unconditional release order from the courts. Okay. Once we presented that to the police station, I was not released. I was still kept in detention for another 72 hours illegally. After that, on Friday, they then proceeded for the first time to tell me my charges, which I didn't know all this while what I was being detained for. It was the first time they had told me I was being charged with kidnap with an attempt to murder, basically. And they proceeded to take me to a lower level magistrate court where they charged me with kidnap with attempt to murder, which is not even allowed. It's meant to be done in a high court. They then threw me in Luero prison for 2 days, which is where they keep, these criminals that are convicted for petty crimes like theft or some sort of land disputes, etc. After 2 days there, they shifted me to Nakansongala prison, where you have these convicted murderers, criminals, and human traffickers. So I spent the next 2 weeks of my ordeal in Nakansongala prison. Even after they found that the man was alive, they still proceeded to keep me in prison on those charges. They found him, I think, on 10th of October, I believe, around about a week to 2 weeks before I got bail. And they still didn't want me to get bail. They paid off, I think we hired about 20 different lawyers at the time to handle my case. But each of those lawyers was paid off by, these business competitors to either not get me my bail application to sign in the prison, or to not send a car to come pick me up, to go to the court for the hearing.